following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
We are 6 hours into autumn and the temperatures are still in the high 80s. JT Greider is working in the Storm Team 3's Weather Center and will tell us when we expect that fall weather coming up.
Still ahead, of Macomb Business will close its doors. We got in contact with someone at the company to find out more. Coming up, we'll share with you what we know.
Nationally known, a local quilt shop gets recognized by a well-known magazine. We'll tell you about that honor coming up. Good afternoon. Welcome to Live
from in high definition. News 3 starts now.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Live at 4. I'm Brianna Descaray.
And I'm Danny Fry. We have new information on a story we brought to you on Tuesday.
Over the weekend, Kmart announced 64 stores will be closing. One of those locations is Macomb. We reached out to Kmart at the beginning of the week. A media relations spokesperson confirms the closure and says the doors will shut mid-December. Liquidation sales begin today. The Canton and Galesburg locations have already closed, along with 26 more in the state. Sears Holding Company owns a building here in Macomb.
One man is in jail under unusual circumstances. He was burglarized and Macomb police took his TV to look for fingerprints. The man went to the police station a week later to claim the TV from evidence. However, the officer on duty realized that there was a warrant for his arrest. Justin Weaver was arrested on Wednesday. Macomb police say that Weaver came into the station, asked for his TV, and said that he did not want to press charges for the burglary. A Macomb police officer told him that his TV was not available yet, and then they arrested him.
Fatal car crash leaves one person dead and another seriously injured. 53-year-old Timothy Hallisey was driving eastbound on Country Road 150 North when he met 28-year-old Tessa Self driving westbound. That's when they both struck each other head-on. Timothy was pronounced dead at the scene. Tessa is at Memorial Hospital in Springfield, where she is recovering from multiple trauma injuries.
More local news. There are 24 hours left before the application process closes for the 2nd Ward Alderman. 5 people have applied for the position after Steve Wayland resigned from the council. Wayland served 2 years and resigned to continue his education as a graduate student. The 2nd Ward includes Western Illinois University. Mayor Inman told News 3 that one applicant is a WIU student. The city is now accepting applications until tomorrow afternoon. The council plans on filling the spot by the beginning of October.
Animal Medical Center of Macomb is looking to relocate. The Animal Medical Center said on Facebook that they are searching for a new place. They want to purchase and remodel a building in Macomb. The medical center asks that any knowledge of buildings for sale be sent to their P.O. box.
A local business is receiving national attention in the Better Homes and Garden Quilt Sample magazine. Macomb store owner Kathleen Percy is thrilled that her business was chosen along with 10 other stores in the nation.
It's a great honor. It really, really is. Ecstatic about what it will do for the business, because it has definitely improved business so far, and it will continue to for several years probably.
If you want to stop by and visit Kathleen and all her fun fabrics, the shop is located on Jackson Street in Macomb.
For most of us, reading is something that we take for granted, but the blind don't get to enjoy reading. News 3's Veronica Areola tells us about a service that brings printed material to life for the visually impaired.
Front page. NYC Explosion.
The Audio Information Services is a radio reading service that helps the visually impaired. It was founded in 1978 through the efforts of the first blind graduate of WIU, Helen Weir.
We work through her endowment, and we are affiliated with Tri-States Public Radio.
Today, their airwaves expand in 3 different states.
Illinois, Iowa, and Missouri. Not the whole states, but the confluence of the areas of Western Illinois, northeastern Missouri, and southeastern Iowa.
AIS relies on multiple volunteers who read local newspapers and special interest magazines. For Program Director Bill Haroon, working with volunteers is the highlight of his day.
They're great people. They're here because they want to be here and they want to help provide the service. And I think it's a great service that brings information to the visually impaired that they might not normally receive in other venues.
Many have been volunteering for over 20 years now and continue to volunteer because of the personal benefits they walk away with.
I feel like that it gives me a sense of accomplishment, a sense of doing good for others.
The satisfaction of knowing that you're doing something nice for somebody else. Hopefully people that can't read it and are able to get some information that they would like to be getting.
For more information on AIS, you can contact their webpage. I'm NEWS3's Veronica Ariola.
AIS is a great way to give back to the community, and they're always looking for more volunteers. You can apply on Tri-States Public Radio's website or visit their station.
The Macomb community is running 3.1 miles this weekend, all for the kids. WIU Dance Marathon is hosting its first ever 5K this Saturday at 9 a.m. Runners will start and finish at the Old Dairy just off of the Macomb Square. The race is a new way to get the organization closer to their goal of raising $100,000.
We're really hoping to get some community involvement with that. It's our first one ever. We're really excited about it, and I think it'll be a lot of fun.
For the race, you can register for just $25 before the event and $30 the day of. All the money raised goes to the Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
Local kids are putting on a show this weekend. It's called Meet the Creeps, and it's at the Macomb Community Theater. Kids as young as 5 years old are in the play. There will be shows every day this weekend. You can contact the Macomb Community Theater to RSVP. The phone number and website are on your screen.
Students can now sign up for FAFSA early. Starting October 1st, students can submit their FAFSA for the 2017-2018 school year. Students who file their FAFSA on October 1st will be entered for a chance to win a $200 book award for next school year. WIU is looking to get the Macomb and the campus community involved on search for all of the Rockies around town. As we move on, COFAC will sponsor a Rocky Quest on Saturday, October 15th. The event is to raise money for the WIU Rocky on Parade Scholarship Fund. Community members are encouraged to post pictures with all of the unique Rocky statues around Macomb. Photos can be uploaded to social media with the hashtag RockyQuest for a chance to win prizes.
The most common health problem college students face today may surprise you. NEWS3's Kayla Collins takes an inside look at depression on campus.
According to Healthline.com, 1 of every 4 college students suffers from a mental illness, which includes depression. And about 44% of college students have the symptoms. For some students, they are dealing with stress from school, work, or even having a hard time adjusting to a new environment, just to name a few. WIU senior Corey Smith has dealt with some challenges as a student.
It was when I first transferred to Western, and I was going through that process of transitioning from community college to being at a university.
He is not alone. There was a place on campus for students to get a screening for depression and for other mental health concerns.
For every fall semester, the University Counseling Center has a depression screening day for all students.
It just came along that we felt that it was a good way to bring about awareness of mental health issues and to give our students an opportunity to do an anonymous screening.
Some people might not seek help from professional counselors because they are embarrassed or do not know where to turn. But DeTulio says students who come into the University Counseling Center will have complete confidentiality. For NEWS3, I'm Kayla Collins.
Students who want to see a counselor can call the University Counseling Center and make an appointment. Still to come, celebrating a jazz legend. We'll tell you who Macomb is honoring through a music festival this weekend.
And the latest developments following the protests that erupted the streets of Charlotte, North Carolina last night.
And Jason Chauvin has a preview in sports.
Thanks, big weekend for football. Hear from MHS head football coach Kelly Sears on how the team's first win has them riding high on confidence. And JT has a quick look at the weather. JT?
And taking a look outside, we have that slight clouds rolling into the area. I'll let you know how hot it's supposed to get this weekend and when we can see a cool off coming up.
I think just working with everybody in the newsroom, everybody has such a great camaraderie. All the opportunities that I've been given here have just been amazing to expand on that resume. I try not to beat myself up on the mistakes I make because there's so many opportunities. Just giving that experience, and this is how I got to do things in the real world, is really what the broadcasting and journalism department has done for me. When you have a really good show and that everybody nailed it, I mean, that's one of the best feelings in the world.
To eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Garrett Covington chose Western Illinois University because of the law enforcement program and the chance to be a Leatherneck.
Western has one of the best law enforcement programs in the nation, and I get to play the game I love. Whether I go pro or I go to law school, because of Western, I would take my success to another level. I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Think purple, think success. Think Western Illinois University.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 continues.
We have an update on a developing national story. In the past few hours, CNN reports that North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory has deployed the National Guard in Charlotte. The National Guard's main focus is to protect buildings. This is following a violent protest last night after Charlotte Mecklenburg officer Brentley Vinson fatally shot Keith Lamont Scott. Charlotte Police Chief Kurt Putney says he has no intention of releasing the dashcam video of the shooting.
Our prayers go out to all in Charlotte. Now in more local news, a new business is in town and surrounds the square.
Manicures, we do waxing, artificial services, so everything like a typical nail salon would do.
The new salon is in the same building that the former Envy store used to be in. Stop in to check out and support the new local business.
And while you're up on the square this weekend, you might see art of all kinds that will be on display in Chandler Park. The 2016 Gazebo Art Festival will take place this Saturday. Photography, beadwork, paintings, and more will be for sale in Chandler Park. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., you can walk through to browse the creativity or perhaps take a new piece home for your collection. The event is hosted by the Macomb Area Convention and Visitors Bureau.
And also taking over Chandler Park this weekend is the All Sears Jazz Festival. The Macomb and WIU community are coming together to celebrate the All Sears Jazz Festival. The festival is named after jazz musician Albert Sears, who is a Macomb native. Concerts will start on Friday and end on Sunday. Friday's events are free, but to purchase tickets for Saturday and Sunday, you can go online or buy them at the door.
Weekend is the last full weekend in September. JT Grider will be in the Storm Team 3 Weather Center next with our weekend outlook for the first weekend of fall.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. Only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.
I think what I love most about News 3 is that we're really provided with a real-world experience. We're able to get hands-on work in news, and it's very similar to what you would find in a real newsroom, but everyone around here is really good about pushing you to be your best. News 3 has really taught me to believe in myself and that if you work hard, you can achieve anything you want. News can sometimes be really tricky, and you have a lot of roadblocks. All of us hold each other to really high standards, and I think that really shows in our newscasts.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Currently here in Macomb, we have a temperature of 89 degrees with that humidity at 44%, with the winds out of the south at 9 miles an hour. Looking around our region, we have temperatures that are topping out right around the upper 80s. We have 86 in Peoria, 90 in Springfield, and then also 90 back here in Quincy. Our high for today here in Macomb was 89 degrees. That is 14 degrees above average. And we're officially in fall. That's not what we should be seeing right now, as our low is right at 62. This is crazy start to fall, but I hope I have some good news later on in the forecast. Our surface map shows a stationary front that's gone just to our north, with high pressure building in right over Iowa, allowing all this nice warm air to start sweeping into the area. And that will follow us into this weekend. But our Midwest weather tracker shows that rain that's starting to pop along that stationary boundary. We might see a few flashes of showers and some rain, but not expecting a whole lot out of it. Tracking our tropics, we have 2 storms. We have one just off the coast of North Carolina. They're both expected to swing to the northeast and be out of here. So we're not expecting too much in the tropics region for us coming up. Going into tonight, we have partly cloudy skies with a low of 65, with the winds pretty going to be calm. They won't move those clouds too much, so they're going to stick around and kind of keep our temperatures a little bit warmer. Going into tomorrow, here in Macomb, we have partly cloudy skies with a high of 90. Yeah, 90 degrees. That's well above average for this time of year, and it doesn't feel like fall. For our 5-day forecast, here at the Storm Team 3, we have tomorrow at 90, Saturday at 91, but Sunday we start cooling back down as storm comes back in with a high of 84. Monday and Tuesday look to be our coolest days, and it should start getting back into that fall-like temperature with our lows in the mid-50s.
I'm just really wanting that fall weather.
I know, I do too. It should get here though.
Break out the jacket and the sweatshirt and just walk around. You know, that one leaf, you know, turns and hits the ground. Everyone freaks out. So I guess that's happened.
Well, thank you, JT. Jason Chauvin joins us now with what's next in sports.
Thanks, Bree. Coming up in sports, I got a couple of highlights for you, but football is going to be in the spotlight this weekend. Hear from MHS head football coach Kelly Sears on what to expect from the Bombers when they take on Olympia tomorrow night. And the WIU football team is getting ready to take on the Northern Illinois Huskies on Saturday. WIU head coach Charlie Fisher breaks down the Leathernecks' mentality after the bye week. Coming up next on Live at 4.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning.
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me.
Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
You make me wear my bike helmet. You taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
My favorite thing about NEWS3 is you're constantly working with someone. If you're not going to work with someone, then your show's not going to go right. NEWS3 has really got me ready and prepared for the outside world. Traveling to do a tornado story, or if that even means traveling to Iowa to cover third graders, I get to work with some fantastic people. It wouldn't be the show that it was today without the production crew, without our anchors, without our talent. It's really a team effort, and I'm beyond blessed to be able to be here.
Welcome back. The Macomb High Bomber football team picked up their first win of the season last week against Monmouth-Roseville. Head coach Kelly Sears thinks that this win can help bring the Bombers back on the right track.
It's a big thing. You know, you get that first win and you know, the big C, the confidence. And we got some confidence now. And, you know, going into the rest of our schedule, I really like it very well. And, you know, our big thing is right now is that we had our first three opponents were very tough opponents. And, you know, the big thing is we can get back into schedule and, you know, playing more of our own caliber type of teams.
As the Bombers prepare for Olympia this week, Coach Sears expects to see some familiar looks from the Spartans.
Pretty base team, and what I mean by that is they don't change formations a lot. They run out of a pro set, and they got a nice tailback, and they run a lot of trap stuff with their fullback, and you know, they're kind of a very similar type of us. And you know, up front defensively, they'll run a 4-man front and a 5-man front, and we look for them to run a 4-man front against us.
Road tomorrow as they take on the Olympia Spartans next week in Stanford at 7 p.m. Sticking with the Bombers, the Macomb High girls swim team was in action on Tuesday, diving headfirst into the Macomb High pool where the Bombers take on the United Township Panthers. This first event is the 100-yard freestyle where Brandy LaFontaine dukes it out with Marin McIlvain-Newsad in this quick heat. Flying down the lane neck and neck, the girls come up to the third turn and then come racing back towards the wall. But this race finishing in a nail-biter, the girls end with a difference of only a third of a second apart from each other. And as always, with good competition comes good sportsmanship. Up next is the 500-yard freestyle, with the Panthers' Alejandra Olvera Garces taking an early lead. And boy, she would hold on to that in dominating fashion, coming away with the first place and no one near her. But the real race was in second and third place, where Macomb's Maggie Long and United's Mia Franks go back and forth until the end when Long pulls ahead and seals the deal for the Bombers. Coach Blom talking with his girls after a tough 98-62 point meet, hoping that in their next one they can put it together for the win. So the final tally is United Township 98 and Macomb High with 62. The Lady Bomber swim team will hit the road next week as they travel to Iowa to take on the Keokuk Chiefs. Switching gears from high school over to college, the WIU volleyball team took the court versus St. Louis University. WIU trying to snap a 2-game skid against the Billikens on Tuesday at Western Hall. In the first set, Eliza Washington on the serve for Western, but good team play by the Billikens as Lauren Laverens gets the kill. St. Louis up 1-0. Now at the end of the second, St. Louis looking for 2. Danielle Rygleski serving, but good defense by the Leathernecks keeps it alive, but the Billikens answer as Rygleski comes out of nowhere for the kill to give the Billikens the set point. St. Louis goes up 2-0. Skipping to the third set, Billikens serving, but Kate Hickey's dig helps set up Riley Schumacher's kill that the Billikens could not answer. Leathernecks trying to stay in this one. Still in the third, WIU serves and a good setup for Rygleski again, but this time she comes up just short. Sticking in the third, Kaylee Simmons gets the dig to Abby Skrid, setting up Shaylin Greenhoff for the kill, giving Western the set point. On to the fourth set, St. Louis serves, and Melanie Potnode gets it over to Skrid, who sets up Emily DeChant, and St. Louis can't block it as it goes out of play. Match point for the Billikens now as Simmons gets the dig over to Skrid again, trying to set up Potnode, but she's blocked. And the Billikens get this one, and they get the match point. St. Louis gets the 3-1 win over the Leathernecks. Melanie Potnode led the way for WIU with 8 kills in 4 sets for the Leathernecks. Up next for the Leathernecks, a home match against University of South Dakota tomorrow at 7 p.m. in Western Hall. Shifting from the volleyball court to the football field, the WIU football team hit the road to take on the Northern Illinois Husky. Head coach Charlie Fisher knows his team has to take the Huskies seriously, regardless of their 0-3 record.
Less pressure. I mean, you have everything to gain, so and that's the way we have to play it. I've got great respect for Northern Illinois. They've had a fantastic program for many years, and they've gotten off to a tough start. Again, I see all the game tapes, so I see how close those games actually are. So I know there's not that big a line, and but they're a physical, tough. They really embody what I like about the game.
The Leathernecks take the field at Husky Stadium this Saturday, and kickoff is set for 2:30 p.m. That's all I got for sports. Final word is next.
Hillary Dunn was convinced that Western Illinois University would invest in her.
My classes, friends, teachers, and activities have had a tremendous impact on my time here.
Hillary's passion for learning and helping others will lead her down a successful path.
Whether I choose graduate school or missionary work, I'll serve to the best of my ability because I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Think purple, think success, think Western Illinois University.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
I'd have to say it's just the fact that you can get involved right away. You walk in the door and you can learn all the equipment. And I've been able to anchor, I've been able to be a DJ on our student-run radio station here. I've been able to work any of the camera equipment and the audio equipment. The fact that you can get involved right away. Everybody's really friendly. They welcome you right when you walk in the door. And you report the news, but you can also have fun stories and hard news stories and conflicting stories. But yet you just get such a real-life experience here at NEWS3.
That's why we did it right there.
Oh, Danny.
Yeah, and I like how it's scripted in here as Danny's horrible kicking, and I think that pretty much sums it up.
It does, but I couldn't have done any better, so.
I was out there with the Leatherneck senior kicker, Nathan Knuffman, and he's hit him for, over 40 yards out. That was just an extra point. And you might as well have Lucy there to pull back the ball because that's about Charlie Brown as it could get there. Jason, I don't know if sports, if you want to break it down, but it was just pretty sad.
There's no way to break that down. I can tell you, I couldn't do any better though, so I'm not going to say anything to you.
Yeah, you never know.
And I think I want to stay indoors and not kick outside. So what is it going to be a weekend to stay indoors, JT?
I think it's going to be a weekend to definitely stay in the AC. We're looking at temperatures right around 90 for this weekend. But Sunday we do have some reprieve as some storms look to be rolling back through with only a high of 84. And Monday and Tuesday, I think we might be able to say it's finally fall.
I really hope so.
I hope so too. I want to sit outside next to a bonfire.
Yes. Well, thank you. That's all of us from today.
Yeah, but we're online all the time.
Yes, we are. Search our handle, news3wau.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Just search our handle, News3WIU. You can also search us on YouTube and subscribe.
Thank you for joining us this evening. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 for our award-winning show, Good Morning Macomb.
From all of us at News 3, have a good night, Macomb.